and welcome to the Vlogging Pod. The term robber baron might sound like a relic from the industrial age, but in 2025, it's still very much alive. Only now the loot is different. These aren't just titans of steel and oil anymore. They're political influencers, narrative manipulators, and justice invaders. They rob the public not with railroads, but with rewritten museum plaques, policy waivers, and billion-dollar immunity cloaked as enterprise. They control not just the markets, but the very story of who we are and who gets held accountable. Historically, robber baron referred to the 19th century industrialists who amassed vast fortunes through exploitative practices, crushing competitive and labor alike. Figures like Rockefeller, Carnegie, Vanderbilt made philanthropy fashionable, but only after rigging the game to their advantage. The label was a condemnation, a way for the public to call out whose climb to wealth not only didn't merit, but was come from manipulation. Fast forward to today, and the parallels are hard to ignore. Let's start with the rewriting of history. In July 2025, the Smithsonian National Museum of American History quietly removed the references to the head of this administration's two impeachments from its exhibit on presidential accountability. The decision follows a broader directive stemming from a March 2025 executive order titled Restoring Truth and Sanity to American History, a move many critics see as an effort to erase uncomfortable facts and sanitize the past. When a leader can alter how future generations learn about impeachable offenses, that's not preserving history, that's looting the truth. Next, we turn to Maxwell, Ghislaine Maxwell, convicted in connection to sex trafficking and once deemed a public safety threat by the Bureau of Prisons. She was quietly moved to a minimum security facility in Texas, despite holding a PSF or public safety factor designation. The label is supposed to prevent transfers to lower security prisons, but somehow Maxwell got away. These are the moments where legal systems seem to bend, not just for justice, but for those whose networks and notoriety offer them a parachute for average Americans caught up in far less than the same leniency is rarely, if ever, granted. And finally, we look at how economic power is still used to manipulate not just markets, but demographic protections. From deregulated pipelines cutting through indigenous lands to labor laws that favor corporations over actual workers, the robber baron legacy thrives. It's not just about stealing wages, it's about stealing futures, erasing the past, and evading justice all at once. So maybe robber baron still fits, but today's barons don't wear top hats and build railroads. They wear power suits, draft policy, own media channels, and control historical narratives. They are the sovereigns of stolen systems, and they don't need to hide it, because somewhere along the way, theft got rebranded as leadership. Today's podcast sources are from the American History Museum removes Trump's name from impeachment exhibit, Reuters. The Smithsonian removes a Trump impeachment reference from an exhibit but says it's temporary, AP News. It reminds you of fascist state. Smithsonian Institute braces for Trump rewrite of U.S. history. The Guardian. Robber baron, industrialist, Wikipedia. Public Safety Factors, PSFS's Federal Bureau of Prisons Manual. Ghislaine Maxwell quietly moved to minimum security prison in Texas, despite PSF status. Investors Hub. Thank you for listening. Until next time. Bye bye for now.